Kasi we went through a bankruptcy in the Philippines. So during that time, we really learned our hard lesson. So nung nakabangon kami, for 8 years, we actually started saving. We saved for we don't know what, but we were just saving na Lord, kung ano man to, we will just faithfully save. And para na lang siya sa future, hindi namin alam what we were saving. And we really made sure na kaya naming mabuhay ng actually 2 years nang hindi nagtatrabaho.
Pero I agree with you eh. Minsan, kahit anong trabaho mo, grace lang talaga ni Lord yung mag-open ng door. Kaya it's really important to cultivate that faith, knowing that we have a God who loves us and wants the best for us. Pero syempre, at the same time, even if closed door, God has something na prepare para sa atin. We just need to be faithful with wherever you are. I'm sure your husband has been faithful kung anong season meron kayo in the past. Kaya nagbunga-bunga lang.
Correct.
Di ba? Ano yun eh? Blessing and testimony. And siguro yung may sinabi ka na when you entered sa Canada, medyo financially prepared kayo in some way. Kumbaga, meron kayong baon ng emergency fund, so to speak. Paano nyo napaghandaan yon nung nasa Pilipinas kayo? Second question is, paano mo na-compute yun na, sige, ito yung kailangan nating fund para at least for a certain duration, let's say 6 months, kahit walang trabaho, okay tayo?
Actually, Neil, for 8 years, kasi we went through a bankruptcy in the Philippines. So during that time, we really learned our hard lesson. So nung nakabangon kami, for 8 years, we actually started saving. We saved for we don't know what, but we were just saving na Lord, kung ano man to, we will just faithfully save. And para na lang siya sa future, hindi namin alam what we were saving for. And during the time we were thinking of migrating, talagang we did our research. Bago kami tumalon at we gave our yes to moving to another country, talagang inaral na namin magkano bang living expenses, and we really made sure na kaya naming mabuhay ng actually 2 years nang hindi nagtatrabaho. Kasi parang we really wanted to make sure na whatever happens, hindi naman parang it will become like a very good experience for the kids na yung pagpunta namin dito, aangat ng buhay, hindi yung parang nag-digress ka. So talagang we really prepared before coming here.
Right. Yung maganda pa dun, no? You've prepared for 2 years kahit walang trabaho, pero yung favor ni Lord, in 3 weeks, nagkaroon na ng work yung husband mo. And hindi nyo pinili yung mga premier cities like Toronto na times 3 yung presyo. So, kumbaga, trinets nyo talaga na worst case, kumbaga, hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst.
Correct. Yes. Prepared kami. When we came here, we were able to afford to rent a 3-bedroom house, 2-car garage, may front yard kami, may backyard kami, alam mo yon, may patio kami. So pagdating ng mga bata, tuwang-tuwa sila kasi parang, wow, this is nicer than what we have back home. So, yun naman yung pinagpe-pray namin na maging blessing tong pagpunta namin. Pero hindi nila alam, kabadong-kabado kami ni Jared na Lord. Tulungan mo kami. Kasi we moved here with no family, with nothing talaga. So, makikita mo lang how God prepared and allowed us to meet people along the way. Nakakatuwa. And that was really our prayer na Lord, write our stories, diba? Na people will be blessed. That people will see your hand throughout this journey. Na hindi siya madali, pero makita mo yung faithfulness ni Lord throughout.
Yeah. Totoo. Faithful talaga si Lord. And yung nakinabang talaga doon are your kids na level up talaga sila like in terms of what they're experiencing sa house, and also the exposure na nakukuha nila. And kasi 'di ba sinabi mo earlier, you've prepared financially. Siguro yung question ko, no, bukod sa finances, how can you say na, sige, I'm ready to move out from the Philippines to work abroad? Kasi maganda sinabi mo, dapat prepared ka lahat, finances, pero on a practical standpoint, for mga kababayans natin na nag-iisip kung mag-stay pa din ba sa Pilipinas or mag-abroad, bukod sa finances na pag-ready nila, ano pa yung they need to consider para, sige, pwede na ako mag-move sa ibang bansa or mag-Canada?
Dapat talaga, mentally ready ka. Ready ka to take on the worst case scenario. Diba? Parang, what if, pagdating ko doon, hindi ko makuha yung mga dinidream ko? Are you willing to really go down and start from scratch? Because that really happens. Talagang they don't recognize the educational background and the experiences we have. Talagang you will really start from scratch. Talagang bonus na lang yun pag binigyan ka agad ng platform. Yeah.
Yeah. So, for those who are watching, no, basically you need to count the cost and hindi yung parang happy-happy lang. Sige, basta bahala na, benta ko yung lupa namin pagdating doon. Masaya na, hindi. Maraming blood, sweat, and tears na hindi lang pinapakita sa social media.
Mm-hmm. True.
Maraming hard work talaga and prayer. And ayun, so siguro grace lang din talaga ni God in holding you guys and your family. I'm sure the best is yet to come pa, especially na God is at the center of your family. Yung sa ano pala, no, like, marami ka nang na-share. I mean, nag-i-enjoy rin ako sa conversation natin. How do you like build your streams of income there? Kasi syempre, may work yung husband mo, pero sabi mo, meron ka rin for yourself na yun yung para sa mga entertainment fund. How do you build other streams of income in the context of Canada?
In my case, I'll speak lang from my experience, no. I'm so grateful na hindi ako the company that I work for in the Philippines actually still decided to keep me even if I'm here abroad. So I still have an income from one of the top advertising companies in the Philippines. So I still handle a sales team in the Philippines. So that's one really good stream of income for me from offshore. At the same time, I make sure na I do my best to really work here para meron pa akong, yun actually yung ginagamit kong pang entertainment namin. So whatever I earn from here in Canada, that is the budget that we kind of play around with in terms of like for us to be able to travel, for us to be able to go out, or minsan tumutulong ako na bumibili kami sa grocery para they could eat the food that they like, or yung mga little things like that, no? Na na-afford namin yung mga gusto ng mga bata. We could put them in clubs. Kasi medyo mahal yung clubs dito if you put your kids in sports. Talagang very costly siya. So, we really make it a point that we're supporting the kids in terms of their development. So, yun lang. Another thing, sabi ko kasi si Sam, my eldest, is actually turning 18. In fact, she graduated high school last May. So, magka-college na rin siya, Neil. So, yung tuition niya, actually dito, nasa 9.9 a term because we're not citizens or PRs. So, our tuition is actually 3 times more than the local student.